Tragic Christmas Eve incident in Eldorado Park. A closer look at the case of Chesnay Patricia Keppler. A heartbreaking incident unfolded on Christmas Eve in Eldorado Park, South Africa, leaving the community in shock. Chesnay Patricia Keppler, a 22-year-old Gauteng crime warden, was tragically killed, allegedly by her boyfriend, a police officer. This devastating event has sparked widespread calls for justice and raised pressing questions about gender-based violence and firearm regulation within law enforcement. Details of the incident. The tragedy occurred at Keppler's residence in Eldorado Park. Reports indicate that the suspect, a police officer, was on duty when the incident took place. Allegedly, the officer shot Keppler before attempting to take his own life. He is currently hospitalized with self-inflicted injuries, and authorities are investigating the circumstances surrounding the case. The incident has left the Eldorado Park community reeling. Neighbors and local activists have expressed their sorrow and anger, condemning the senseless loss of a young life. Many have used this moment to reignite discussions about gender-based violence, particularly in relationships involving those in positions of power and trust. Gender-based violence in South Africa. This tragedy highlights the ongoing issue of gender-based violence in South Africa, a country with one of the highest rates of femicide globally. The incident has raised concerns about the accessibility of firearms to law enforcement personnel and the psychological evaluations required to ensure public safety. Advocates are calling for stricter measures to prevent such incidents, including enhanced mental health screening for police officers, better training on conflict resolution, and stronger support systems for victims of domestic violence. Questions about accountability. The fact that the suspect was reportedly on duty at the time of the crime raises critical questions about accountability and oversight in law enforcement. Was this a preventable tragedy? Could stricter policies and monitoring have made a difference? These are questions that demand urgent attention from policymakers and law enforcement agencies. Calls for justice and change. The tragic loss of Chesnay Patricia Keppler has sparked a public outcry for justice. Social media campaigns and community gatherings are being organized to ensure her memory serves as a catalyst for change. Advocates emphasize that this should be a turning point in addressing systemic issues that perpetuate violence against women. The tragic events of Christmas Eve serve as a grim reminder of the urgent need to address gender-based violence and ensure accountability within law enforcement. Chesnay Patricia Keppler's story is a call to action for communities, lawmakers, and law enforcement agencies to work together to create a safer society for all.